Um, Double dose of me tonight for some of you, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have Pixie start this one off. If you guys are on this call, you're probably new. So first of all, thanks for joining us. We're so happy for you. Two people on here who literally lives have changed from this business, popping out kids now, and just so
Yeah.
thankful for everything this company's given us. If you're not new, then props to you for relearning the basics, because that really is what it's all about, is learning the basics, not overcomplicating things, and just keeping repeating them. So
Yeah.
Pixie's going to start us off tonight, and then I'll finish up.
Yeah. So, hi guys. For those of you that don't know me, everyone calls me Pixie. My real name's Alexandra. Um, I've been with Monate for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July. And this is truly the most incredible opportunity that's ever been in front of me. And I'm so glad that I just decided to run with it. And let's just talk about not overcomplicating it. I think I would have been really nervous had I sat around and was overthinking things. And ultimately, when it came down to my business, I was like, well, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing. So nothing can really be wrong, right? And that's kind of the approach that I took to it. I was like, I'm not great at social media. I don't really know what I'm talking about. So anything that I put up is going to be beneficial to me. Like if it has something to do with the business, it's going to be beneficial. That's the mindset that I had from day one. And I still have that. It's changed a little bit from then. So we can talk about that. But really, what it came down to for me was I started doing this in a city where no one had ever heard of it. I wasn't this content creator. I didn't have a very large following. Everybody gets a little in their head about judgment from other people and their peers and their friends. And yeah, I'm human. I thought the same thing, but I just felt like I was going to regret passing up this opportunity if I didn't just kind of take the bull by the horns and run with it. And that's what I did. And it ultimately came down to me having confidence in myself and just knowing that I was doing everything that I could to educate myself and take the steps to make myself an expert. So we talk about this all the time, but I think the best thing that ever happened to me was completely divorcing my upline. Like, Jacqueline Ortega is my upline. For those of you that know who she is, she's senior executive director. She's hella busy. She's got a lot going on. She's got a team that's probably 3 times the size of mine, and mine is huge. So it's kind of like putting myself in a position where I wasn't just Jacqueline Ortega's downline. I was just Alexandra and I was just doing my thing, is really what set me apart from a lot of other people that maybe didn't make it as far in this business, because I didn't have to have someone hold my hand. And I would have liked it. I would have really enjoyed someone doing everything for me. But at the end of the day, when your upline's busy and you need a potential call, are you going to wait or are you going to figure it out and do it yourself? Because I was in the position many times where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so afraid to do it without you. And she'd be like, you got it. You're good. I'm busy. And I would do it. And that's how I learned. That's how I learned to do onboardings. It's how I learned to do potential calls. It's how I learned about the products. It got to the point where like I would just go into the bathroom and I would just shower a bunch of times and use different products so that I understood how they worked. Like I'm a doer. I'm not someone who likes to read things. I don't have the patience to sit there and read like a manual about products. So for me, it was all about experience and understanding how the products were going to work on my own hair. So yeah, going back to confidence, it all kind of stems from that. And really, you just have to have the mindset that everyone just needs to kick rocks. Like truly. If you're someone who is crippled by the opinion of others, it's going to be hard for you to do anything in life. So you need to overcome that. And that really needs to ultimately start with personal development. So that was the biggest key for me. I was not the person who listened to podcasts. I didn't buy books about becoming a business owner or like understanding the ins and outs of businesses or multi-level marketing, but I learned to do those things because in this type of business, you have different roles. This is not a hard business, but this is time consuming in the sense that you can't just show up, sit at a desk for 8 hours, make a paycheck and leave and do minimal work. It's not like that. It's truly what you get in is what you get out. And I say this to my girls all the time. You wonder why there are people making $40,000 a month in this business, because they are spending the amount of time to make that $40,000. They're not sitting around eating cupcakes, okay, and not answering their phone. They are working day in and day out. They're on it with their team 24 hours a day, and that reflects in their paycheck. So if you're someone who's truly looking to maximize your potential in this business, please understand that you can't just do a regular 9 to 5 job and make that kind of money. It's not the same concept. What it comes down to is you have to have personal development. So you need to set time aside. If you're not very familiar about what you're doing in this business, you need to learn. And there's so much out there. I listen to the Angie Lee show, which I love. I listen to the Mother Effing CEO. I listen to this new one. It's called Network Marketing Made Simple. It's so good. Like, it's little 10-minute podcast episodes that seriously just break down straight facts about network marketing. So if you're someone who drives to work in the morning, if you have a job, or you're going to the gym, you need to put this on, because I haven't found a more straightforward podcast than this one. It's called Network Marketing Made Simple. It's so good. And it just clearly tells you how you should be doing this, what the rules are to network marketing. And like, I could sit here all day long and break it down for you. It goes over content creation and posting. It goes over how to have conversations with people. It goes over where to spend your time. So let's talk a little bit about that, because, oh yeah, okay. So if you're driving 6 hours a day, you definitely have time. But let's go into content a little bit and talk about that, because that is what this business is. This is a online based business. So yeah, that's awesome if you're great at talking to people in person, but do you know how many more people that you can reach through the internet than you can by going to like a networking event? Do you know what I'm saying? You can sit on social media and search hashtags of different types of people, and you can potentially reach, I'm going to say 100 to 500 people a day that you could build a network with, you could build a relationship with, and potentially bring into your business. But this is not a matter of cold messaging or sending them these tacky messages that we know we've all gotten from other direct selling companies or brand ambassadors that have completely turned us off. I think if I would have done that from day one and I would have stayed doing that, I don't think I'd be where I am today. I played the long game. In the beginning, of course, I went to my warm market and my hot market. So, you know, we do the Market Partner Academy, and I wrote my list, and I talked to my friends, and I talked to my family, and I talked to my coworkers and like people that I thought would be interested in this. And then I put the time in to make the hard hitting content. Okay. I didn't copy and paste other people's, because when I copied and pasted other people's stuff, I was uninspired. And I guarantee it, if you spend a month doing that over and over and over again, you're going to fall off. And the reason being is because you're not going to feel authentic, and you are not building your own brand. People are not going to reach out to you. I guarantee it. Because you posting a picture of another girl in the business that no one knows from your following is not going to help you make a sale. They don't know her. You know who they know? They know you. And they need to trust you in order to be able to purchase anything from you, whether it's products or the business. So if you're letting other people do the work for you, thinking, well, eventually I'll become that leader, eventually I'll put myself in that leadership light, and then you never do it, and you just copy and paste other people's content and you don't make your own, you're going to lose inspiration. People are going to stop looking at your stuff, and you're going to stop making sales. We talk about this all the time, the 80-20 rule, and this could not be more true. I do not care if you went to McDonald's today and you bought a $1 coffee, you better document that, and you better have a story attached to it about why this is the best cup of coffee you've ever had, and let people know that your side hustle paid for it. I don't care. Like, I don't care what it is. I mean, I work for a coffee company, so I would never drink that. But I'm just saying, like, if you go to, I know everyone loves Starbucks. You go to Starbucks, or you go and get a manicure, or you go to the salon, or you go to the spa. whatever you do on a daily basis, like I've had girls come to me and they're like, I don't know what to post about my life in order to bring people into my business. They can post about the products till the cows come home and they have 30 VIPs in a month. God bless those girls. I love those girls. But they're also the girls that struggle with getting market partners because they're completely lopsided. They're not posting about both the opportunity and the products. So when you guys get off of here, I actually posted some original content about the VIP program on my Instagram today because I knew I was doing this call. And I wanted to give you guys an example of original content that I thought of on the fly that explained the VIP program, showed people that I have real customers. I put all of their handles so people could go to their pages and know that they're not just like Google images that I took. They're all real people that I follow that are my customers. And I broke down the referral program. So I talked about an aspect of the VIP program. I put some people on there that I know, and I'm educating people because I wrote a bunch of the perks about being a VIP. So that's what I did today, right? Tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the business because you shouldn't coincide business with products. It's very confusing. People are kind of like, okay, so is she selling a product or is she buying into a business? That I'm confused. And it can come off a little pitchy. So when we talk about this 80-20 rule of 80% real life, where this is what we're talking about, going to Starbucks, getting your nails done, you buy a new pair of earrings, you get a cool t-shirt, whatever it is, showing people who you are and what your personality is. I don't know. I could show somebody this shirt right now and be like, oh my gosh, love this shirt, glad my side hustle paid for it. And they're going to see Cleveland. I don't know. Someone's from Cleveland. They love it. And they want to talk to me about it. If I don't open up myself to other people, then they're not going to reach out to me. So you have to prompt people to want to talk to you. And that's what's going to build your brand. When I started in this, I think I had like 2,000 followers. And I built my entire following organically. And now I'm on like the mommy train where I'm trying to like get mommies to follow me. But it's because of what I post, and I have like, I'm conscious about what I'm talking about. I know who I'm trying to attract. So that 80-20 rule of when you're talking about, okay, this is who I want to attract to my business, but I don't want to mention the business. It's very subtle. So let me explain that a little bit better because I feel like I'm like getting into like so many like deep things and people are probably like, what is she talking about? But 80% of your time on your Instagram, you should be building your personal brand. Okay, let's make that clear. You're building your personal brand. Who are you? Who are you trying to appeal to? Who are you trying to bring into your business? Because at that point, you should have your avatar. If you guys don't know what an avatar is, you need to figure this out and you need to build one. My avatar, her name is Isabella. She's in her mid to late 20s. She lives in the city. She's very earth conscious. She doesn't like plastic. She's starting a family and she likes the finer things in life as long as they're free of chemicals and harmful toxins. She loves animals. She spends a lot of money on clothes because she cares about what she looks like. She's very vain. She works out a lot. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? Like Isabella's favorite color is like dark purple. Like I know everything about her and I've built my entire brand around that person because that's who I want to bring into my business. Because it's you. Yeah, exactly. It's me. Right, guys. It should be someone similar to you. I can't like build, I don't know, Joaquin, some dude who lives in the Midwest and wears cowboy boots. Like who I can't relate to him. You have to build someone who's somewhat similar to you so that you are conscious of what you're posting all the time. So that's 80% of your time is building your own brand, have your avatar, pick a specific filter and put it on all of your pictures so that your Instagram looks nice and cohesive. It doesn't have to be a certain color scheme or anything like that, but just make your pictures look like they go together and always be upping your game. Show people how you're leveling up through this business. All right. And for new people, since you're just getting here, make it look chill. I have a brand new girl. I don't know if she's on here right now, but she's a mommy to be. And she was like, I don't know what to post that feels like me. And I said to her, I was like, why don't you just post a little boomerang of you like talking about your hair and how much you like the new products that you're using? And she did that. And she got so many people to reach out to her because she didn't say like, come buy my new shampoo. Like, no, she just was like, oh, she literally put a boomerang, was like, oh my gosh, loving my new hair. And people are like, what are you using? And that's really how it should be. Very natural, what feels right for you, but make sure you're doing it every day. It has to be consistent. You can't do it once a week and expect people to reach out. Okay. So let's go into that 20%, because that 80% is your brand. That's what you're building. It's all about you. And you need to make sure that you are posting about yourself every single day. You're not self-centered or self-absorbed because you post about yourself every day. Show people your life and what you're doing, and people are nosy. They're going to love it. They're going to be so interested in it. All right. So let's go into the 20%. The 20% is all about the business. Okay. We're here to sell products. We're here to make money. Don't get it twisted. We're chill, but we're not that chill. All right. So that's what you have to think about. You need to be promoting these products one day and then promoting the business the next. And it needs to be consistent. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is when I see girls that are like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but they haven't posted at all this week. No one knows what you're doing. On average, it takes, I think, 7 exposures for someone to even gauge that you are doing something. So you've posted 7 days in a row, let's say, right? You've posted 7 days in a row and no one has reached out to you. Guess what? That doesn't mean you're a failure. It means that people are starting to look at what you're doing and recognize that you're doing something. So post 7 more days, okay? And then 7 days after that. This is a compounding effect, this type of business. It's a snowball effect. Let's put it that way, right? You're going to build your client base of your VIPs. You're going to build your client base of your market partners. And as you build it and you grow, you're going to rank up, you're going to make money, and you're going to kill it in this business. But nobody in this business started out without posting. No one. Okay. So if you haven't posted once and you just joined this business, think about what you want your first post to be about. Go to your upline. Say to them, okay, I'm ready. I tried the products. I'm comfortable. You can do an unboxing if you want to. You can go onto your Instagram with your upline and break down what all the products are that you just got. You can do a picture of your hair or boomerang like my new girl did. You can build something on an app like Canva or Mojo. That's what I use. And make something that looks pretty. Anything is better than nothing. And you need to do it every single day. If you're hearing me right now and you come back in a month and you say, I don't have any VIPs or market partners, and then I ask you, well, how many times did you post? And you tell me none, that's why. Okay. Someone just asked, what is the 20%? The 20% is posting about the products and the business. Should be 20% of the time. Okay. So business, yeah. Yeah, so ideas for posts. This is a little bit tough for me because I am like so off the cuff. I really like to come up with my posts in the moment so that I feel inspired. I don't overthink it. I used to do a schedule for myself, and that really helped me in the beginning because I work full time. And if you're anyone out there right now that is in the same position as me, in the beginning, I had to, at least the first 6 months until I got comfortable, I had to write a schedule for myself every single month and say, okay, Monday the 1st, this is what we're posting about. Monday the 2nd, or Tuesday the 2nd. And the reason is because, I'm talking about one day about VIPs, one day about market partners. I would get confused and be like, oh gosh, did I post about market partner yesterday? And I was like the market partner whisperer when I started, and I struggled a little bit with VIPs. And then when I went back, I realized I was posting about the opportunity every day. And I was just like so hype about it because I loved it, that I was like, oh crap, I forgot to post about being a VIP. And that's where I kind of messed up. So that's why I started doing the schedule, and it helped me so much. If you need apps to create content, Mojo, I love, and Canva. Those are like my 2 favorites. I know a lot of other people have suggestions. If you want to write in the comments, Sam, if you have anything. But it's hard for me to give recommendations for what you should be posting, but you put you in there. Talk about yourself. Show your beautiful face. Everybody on here is pretty, okay? Like, we just have beautiful people in this business and you all have gorgeous hair, and you should be taking pictures of yourself anyway, so that in 3 months you can have before and after shots. So even if you go on your Instagram and you say, I'm so excited to see the transformation that my hair is going to go through, you know, keep up with my posts for the next 3 months. I'm going to do a before and after series for you to show you the real results that I'm getting through these products. That's awesome. That's amazing. You don't have to start out with good hair. Like, I mean, like, I didn't. My hair was fried and dead, and I didn't care. I still posted my hair like it was the greatest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? And that's where confidence comes in. So just remember, confidence is key. You're not going to get anywhere, and that all comes from personal development. It all ties into each other. Like, it's literally all one. You got to do everything. If you skip one part, you're going to be missing a percentage of your check. Okay? That's just the golden rule. You miss something, you don't do personal development, you're cutting out 1/3 of your check right there, because you're not learning every month and you're not going to grow. So, okay.
Girl.
Yeah, do I have anything else? No, I'm going to let you go.
Okay. I'm going to like talk about my favorite points that you said and some like things off of it, and then I'm going to go get into my stuff. But okay. Divorcing your upline, guys, this all comes with an attitude, right? You're your own boss. Now it's time to have a CEO mindset. Okay. I don't want you guys waiting. My thing right now for you guys, don't wait. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do before you go. Don't wait for someone to tell you what to do before you go out and do it. And then, like, 2 things that you guys need to do to keep it as simple as we can: sell shampoo and grow your team. Okay? That's it. Whatever way you can do those things, figure it out, try different things till they stick, and that's what you need to do. Okay? Another thing she talked about is, what is your brand? If your guys are like, I don't even know what that means, right? Write down the 5 things that are most special to you, right? Do you love fashion? Do you love to cook? Are you a vegan? Do you have kids? Whatever makes you you, that is your brand, okay? We don't want you thinking up things that aren't you, because that's not relatable, right? And people know, people who have followed you, your friends, your family, they already know who you are. If you start showing up as someone else, they're gonna think you're a phony, and they're gonna think this is a scam, okay? So we want you guys to continue doing exactly what you're doing, to continue doing all of the things that you love, and throwing in posts about the business and the products to make it all cohesive. Okay. So I love what she said about, you know, I don't really know how to give example about the business post, because everyone's should be different. And I really want you guys to have a story. What is your why? I really want you guys to write down your why tonight. And I don't want it to be, I want to make more money. Why do you want to make more money? You know, like, have you been used and abused at your job for 6 years and you really want to like follow your dreams and your passions? Like, I want you guys to write stuff down and be specific. Have 6-month goals, have 12-month goals. Okay. And really, because anything that you tell me in this business that you want to do, anything is attainable. Anything you want. If you want to make $100,000 a year, you can make that. But what you have to hold yourself accountable with is putting in the work to back it up. So I'm going to get into a little bit about your hot market and how to reach out to them. Okay. So like Pixie was saying before, we need a list, guys. You have to start somewhere. You have to start thinking of everyone that you know. We don't want to start running out and cold messaging people. I feel like people do that because they're scared of rejection from the people that they know and love. But if we do it in a way that's attractive and is simple and is casual, they're not going to like be offended when you reach out to them, right? So I want you to write down, this is the first list you should make. 20 people in your hot market, your friends, your family, maybe like someone on, I know Jacqueline and Alexandra were good friends on Instagram. They didn't know each other in person, but like that was her girl on Instagram, right? If you have someone like that you're always DMing, write her down. 20 people in your hot market. For each of those 20 people, write down 2 people in their hot market or warm market, right? So let's say I write down Alexandra. I work with her, right? You know, we're work besties. I'm going to go to Alexandra's Instagram and write down like either, you know, people she's always with, people she's always around. I'm going to write them down under her name. Okay. And what I'm doing here is I'm creating a backup list. So let's say we talk to Alexandra and she, she throws it like, she's like, no, I don't want to do this, like blah, blah, blah. You can say, all right, whatever, you're going to join me in the future. But in the meantime, I noticed that your sister like just quit her job or she's trying to stay home with her babies. Is there any way that you could like connect us so we could talk a little bit more about the business? I think she would be great at this. If she joins, I'll give you some product for free. So referrals are huge. I'm a referral, okay? My upline sold products to a girl who knew I was looking for a job. She hooked me up with Jacqueline, and here we are 2 years later, and I'm an executive director, okay? So referrals are huge. So that's 60 people that you can start reaching out to, guys. In your first months in the business, I want you reaching out to 5 people minimum, okay? 5 people minimum. I remember when I started this, it was a grind because I didn't want to be average. I didn't want to be like, another person that didn't work out with MLM. Like I was in this to win it and I was in this to prove everyone wrong. So I was grinding out 5 people minimum daily, I think. And then you're like, but what do I say? I don't know. So this is something that you should do with your upline, right? You're not going to have a concrete message that you can send out to 20 people and it be the same thing. And that's what we're talking about with these corny messages, right? Like that people get. And it's like, I want you to think about your sister, and then I want you to think about your coworker. Like, are you going to say the same things to both of them? No, because guess what? They're each going to join for separate reasons. Maybe your sister's broke as a joke and really needs the money. Maybe your coworker wants to take more vacation time, so she needs it for that reason. You have to figure out why people would be created this business and why they need this in their life. Okay. So when you're making these notes of people and your prospects, make sure that you're writing down little notes like that. Like, why would this person join my team? Like, what do they need or what are they great at that they could be an attribute? So, I want you to write a few things out. Maybe you and your upline can like talk it over about what you're going to send. I have 2 examples here. I don't take it word for word. This is just like something that I would say, right? So the first one is actually a girl in my team. She was just having a conversation. She posted something on her Instagram and one of her girlfriends texted her and was like, what are you doing? Like, I just saw what you posted on Instagram. Tell me a little bit more. So her nickname for her friend is Keeks. So she goes, hey, Keeks, I'm getting into the shampoo biz. I've been working with one of Haley's friends who is mentoring me and walking me through the process. That right there is a little validation of like, hey, we don't have to do this alone. I don't know what the F I'm doing, but there's someone helping me. After I tried the products, I knew what the hype was about. So there you can kind of like give validation to the products, talking about how great they are. And now I jumped on board and I'm making money from home, which is bomb. Always looking for other motivated babes if you want more information. Simple, right? You're not saying, hey, I need you to join my team. I need to make some money. Like, you're not coming off salesy. You're not coming off pushy. You're just like saying why you joined, how it's going for you, and that if they want more information, you'd love to be the person that gives it to them, right? Let's say you made your list and you want to start reaching out to people like before you even posted anything. So this is just something I would say to someone who's my close friend. Like obviously switch up the words and stuff if it doesn't sound like it would come from you. But hey, boo, I've recently started a side biz in the beauty industry. Talk a little bit about how you got involved. I ran into an old friend who was absolutely killing it, bringing in racks from her phone, LOL, you know me, I had to get involved. I want to do this with you. I know we can take this opportunity somewhere, and it's bomb hair care. Win-win, ? Love you. Like that is just, they would know it's coming from me, right? I give a little information. I don't send 6 paragraphs, and believe me, I did that when I first started and none of them joined my team, okay? I was talking about that there's 11 essential oils in the products and they can get 15% off as a VIP, and they're like, wait, what are you trying to say right now? Like, what are you trying to tell me? So less is more, and like keywords like making money from your phone, bomb hair care, beauty industry, like those kinds of things are what people want to hear and what's going to catch their attention. Okay. I wrote down here that don't wait to start telling people about it just because you don't know everything about the business and the products. I don't want you to know everything about the business and the products because then you overcomplicate stuff. Okay. That is what your uplines are for. That's what training is for. I want you to connect me, your upline, or whoever is your upline to someone that you think could be good in this business, because then I will give them all my knowledge and my information that I've learned, and I'll help close them for you. Okay. So when you're jumping, when you're, you have the trust with this person who you're prospecting, your upline's going to come in and bring the knowledge to that. Okay. They're going to come in and seal the deal with all of the information. And then, it kind of takes the pressure off you being pushy with your friends or family or whatever it is. Cause I'm going to straight up be like, okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, like where are you at with working with us? And it's going to kind of keep you out of the equation, which is going to be good for your business in the long run. But yeah, so that's a little bit about how that process works. I'm going to get into a little bit more about bringing your upline into it in a second. I would love to have these quotes, something to show my girls. Okay, I can send them. Like I said before, guys, please don't copy and paste things like this, because if it's not you, then people are going to know that. There you go. So next point I want to talk about, washing people's hair. Get your hands in as many heads of hair possible as you can, right? Going along with the posting and the content, you also, like Alexandra said, like, do all the things. Wash hair, make a post, go to an event, go to lunch with a girlfriend and talk about the business. Do all of it, okay? It's not just one thing that's going to make you successful in this business. So let the products do the talking for you. My big thing when I first started is I got this box full of products, and I was like, Renew, Revive, like, which one is which? I don't know. Like, and then I was like, before I get like confused with everything, I'm just going to try them all and see what I like best, and I'll figure it out as I go. But also when you're washing, if your roommate's getting ready to go out, hey girl, I'm washing your hair with my products. I need some before and after pictures to put on my social media, and I'll give you a nice blowout, like whatever. It doesn't have to be like, hey, I want you to buy my products, so please let me wash your hair. Don't make it like that. Don't make it like pushy, okay? If you go over to your girlfriend's house and like, bring your products with you wherever you go. So like if someone's taking a shower, they're washing with your products. When you do this, you guys are going to have your own content to promote as far as before and afters go. And it will help you become more comfortable talking about what they do and learning which products will work best for different hair types. When you're like practicing on people who love you and trust you, and like you can laugh if you make a mistake, that's when you're going to learn, right? Don't put too much pressure on on yourselves to go live by yourself and talk about the products, because you're probably going to mess up, which is great. You'll learn, but like start working with people that already like know you and love you, and you'd be like, I want to try this shampoo on you just to see if it'll work, kind of thing. And then as you go, start watching the product knowledge videos, start taking notes. So in the future, you can become an expert on the products. And then this will lead to sales and business partners, guys. When they see the results that the products are giving them, this will lead to sales. And when you take the casual approach, just saying like, sit your ass down, I'm washing your hair and I'm going to give you a blowout. And then afterward, they're like, oh my gosh, like, I need this in my life, and if it's your best friend, you're going to be like, no, you're actually going to do this with me, whether you like it or not. Let's make some money. So get the products in people's hair. It'll do the talking for you. And in the end of the day, like it's fun to wash people's hair and give them a blowout. Okay. Last thing I want to go over is taking advantage of your resources. Guys, there's so many resources at your availability. My new market partner, she's on here right now. She printed out every file on the Facebook group, every file. I got on the onboarding and she had a binder. I'm like, are you a unicorn? Like, where did you come from? I need more. And then she went on Market Partner Academy and she printed off all of those too. And I'm like, oh my God, this girl's amazing. Guys, don't wait around for people to give you the information. It's at your fingertips, whether you're in my training group, whether you're in Pixies, like there's so much, like there's like 7, ask your upline, tag me in like everything you can, put me in every Facebook group you can, because I'm going to go find this information. When you're added to these Facebook groups, there's a search bar in each and every one of them. On your phone, it's at the top where where the Facebook group name is. If you want to learn more about VIP's process, type in VIP, and I'm sure there will be many videos and stuff coming up for you. If you want to learn more about market partners, do the same thing. If you want to learn how to throw like an event or a wash party, type that in, guys. It's very simple. The group chats are so helpful. Don't ever like feel like you're alone. We've all been there. We've all done that. Don't be afraid to send in your screenshots and be like, even if someone's like, what do you do? screenshot it and send it into the group chat so we can help you. Because, you know, I've done all the mistakes for you. So like, let me help. And then using your upline as well. Guys, I know like we shouldn't rely on upline, but in your first 30 days to 60 days in the business, at least for my people, and I know Alexandra's the same way, like I'm holding your hand, right? If you need me on a call, I'm on a call. If you need a recommendation for products, you got the recommendation. If you want to throw a wash party, I'll be there to support you, right? So use us for help. Don't feel like, oh, I'm afraid to reach out to her. I know she's busy. Like, girl, I get paid. Like, we get paid, you know, like this is my job. This is my job to teach you, to train you, and to bring you to the top of the business with me. So please use your upline to your advantage. And yeah, also your back office. Guys, if you haven't been on your back office yet, please do that. Log in, go to Market Partner Academy. It's a little cheesy. The girl like talks kind of, you know, like a robot, but you'll get the information that you need, right? And then if you go to like tools and resource library, you can find any ingredient that you ever want. Type in the product name. You can find every ingredient that's in there. If someone's allergic to something and you know your upline's not available right away. Bottom line, there's endless resources, okay? So you have no excuse to not succeed in this company. And a lot of times mindset is the number one thing that I see girls falling off with. I see, you know, they get a few no's, they get a lot of no's, or you should, and they give up. You know, this is not a get rich quick scheme. And I'll tell you that right now. If it was, then we wouldn't be in business, okay? It takes hard work. It really does, but it's so freaking worth it. I'm 24. I just had a baby, and I get to stay home and work with him and make a lot of money. And that's what's possible here, guys. So, you know, find your niche, find what works for you, and run with that. Pix, do you want to go off any of that? I'm done with my notes.
I think you made really good comments about what I said and what I missed in what I said. And I mean, I think one of the biggest things that people forget about, and I'm just going to touch on this really quickly, is the in-person like touches that you have with people. You know, when my mom and I started our business, like we both are market partners, she had wine and washes. I met up with friends. You know, we would go grab lunch with people, and don't let that like slip away from you, and don't just rely on social media. Yes, I was saying it does you hit so many more people, but there's nothing like an in-person encounter with someone. You know, take them for coffee, meet them for coffee, have them over, like Sam was saying, things like that. Please don't let that part of your business go away. I love doing events. I just hosted a happy hour the other night, and I'm going to continue doing it. And it's just a really great way to get people in the same room, and the impact that you have on someone in person is very different than social media. On social media, people can just be like, oh, whatever, you know, but when they're in person, it's so different, you know? So just remember that. That's really all the only other thing I wanted to add.
Perfect. Like we've said this whole call, I did record this. If you guys want to get it and rewatch it, I'll send it to Pixie too, so she can send it to her downline. But guys, just be so excited, because what you have really truly is amazing. And if anything, like if this was easy, it wouldn't be worth it, and we would all, you know, be millionaires. So it's not hard. It's simple, but it's not easy. Okay. It takes work, it takes perseverance, and it takes being resourceful. So, we're so excited for your journey in this company, and can't wait to watch you grow. Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah. Bye guys. Have a good night.